Hey guys, tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about Owen Hart. Owen Hart died in probably one of the most tragic accidents in the history of professional, if not the most tragic accident in the history of professional wrestling, involving somebody's death. Owen Hart fell 78 feet from the rafters of Kemper Arena, plunged to his death, hit the top rope, bounced into the ring where he was still breathing at the time. When the paramedics got to him, he was only 34 years old. This was in 1999. And a lot of you guys remember this. Owen Hart was one of the best technical wrestlers, one of the best wrestlers on the planet. I mean, this guy came from a wrestling family. Obviously, a lot of people when this happened thought this was a work. It was a gimmick. He was coming down the rafters as the Blue Blazer, one of his characters that he played. The WWE, WWF at the time, I believe, that Owen needed a little more pizzazz, needed to be a little more exciting, and they gave him the Blue Blazer character. So the Blue Blazer was going to come out of the rafters for his match, and they were worried about. Owen was worried about, and supposedly Owen and I think Vince Russo at the time were worried about the harness taking too long to take off because they wanted to look realistic. Of course, if he's trying to take off a harness for 5 minutes, his opponent can start pummeling him. He wanted to be able to get it off and get in and start kicking ass. So they developed a quick release mechanism. This company developed, I think it was something to do with water skiing or something, but supposedly when Owen Hart, when they opened the cage to drop him out of or jump out of, his cape, he was wearing a cape, somehow triggered the quick release mechanism, and Owen Hart from that point plunged 78 feet. Now 78 feet is about 8 stories, people, to put that in perspective. And Owen survived the fall. But the blunt force trauma and the internal bleeding, by the time they got him out of the arena on the way to the hospital, he passed away. And a lot of people were in shock, disbelief. Jim Ross made the announcement to the people at home, not the arena, to the people at home, that Owen Hart had died. Actually, and all the wrestlers were backstage, and a lot of them had a lot of things to say. Kevin Nash goes on record as saying when Owen Hart was alive, nobody had a bad word to say about Owen. He didn't run around on his wife. He had beautiful kids. They must have needed a first-class angel up there because they got one. Not even Stone Cold, who Owen Hart kind of shortened Stone Cold's career. Now, a lot of you guys remember that he did a pile driver on Stone Cold and broke his neck. And kind of was the downfall of Stone Cold's career. It was all kind of downhill from there. But it is what it is. Stone Cold does go on to say that everybody loved Owen, including me. It was a tough blow. And a lot of you guys remember when Stone Cold went out. When they had the hour of the Raw is Owen, the tribute special. It was a long time ago. Some of you guys don't remember this. But Stone Cold, of course, cracked a beer and pointed it to the sky in remembrance of Owen. A lot of wrestlers had a lot of great things to say about Owen Hart that night. So Owen Hart was only, 34 years old, I think? Just wow, man. 34 years old. Died 1999. He was born in 1965. 2 kids. And just a tragedy. Now the WWE does not do these kind of stunts, and rightfully so, man. I mean, you just don't need to do shit like that anymore. They were sued, and rightfully so. Somebody should get something out of this. I mean, money can't solve or can't heal the pain, but it can certainly help the situation in terms of making things better for his family and down the road. So Owen Hart, one of the good guys, from what I hear, one of the good guys who died young of something that shouldn't have happened. Just a complete mistake, a tragedy, but in every sense of the word.